The House of the Dragons finale. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Kendrick gave it an 8.5. I defend my case. I do. Like the choking. Okay, he respects Rhaenyra. He respects her. You should have at least concluded that. We should have gotten a little bit more of a character development. We've barely seen them develop their characters together as a married couple. Okay? Those two dynamic characters have barely coexisted for us as an audience. Okay? Okay, all right. Before I clearly go further into it, we go all the way into it in this bonus episode. So I will spare you more of it. But hi, welcome to She Speaks Bravo, where we also talk about House of the Dragons. Kendrick and I do also touch on our predictions for Euphoria, if that ever is to happen again, because we do know that there's going to be a time jump. Again, the time jump could be when they release it in 4 years, since there's no answer. Okay, I'm apparently very upset with scripted TV these days. Okay. Kendrick is not, though. Kendrick is I did like the dragon sequence. Okay, sorry. If you want to subscribe after this amazing pitch, subscribe, hit the bell. If you're already subscribed, love you, mean it. Okay, this wasn't a great intro, but I'm just going to go with it. So enjoy. My name is Emily, and I have been watching Bravo TV as a form of self-care for over a decade. Needless to say, I'm a complete mess. Subscribe and follow along for painfully insightful recaps about Bravo, true crime, and other great TV. Hit that bell. Kendrick had to help me, you guys. Kendrick had to help me with, okay, Gucci Mike. New mic is not my friend, you guys. I'm back on my $13 Amazon mic, and Kendrick, thank you.
You're welcome. It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Don't fix what ain't broke. That's what I say.
So I have to break the news that it's just, I am a $13 Amazon microphone. That's who I am to my core.
Mm-hmm. Maybe fancy people can they can do something to where they're like, what, you just got to do this and this and that. And then you're like, whoa, this is the best microphone in the world. We just gotta see how it, oh my gosh, my fur. It was slipping down. I didn't know what was happening. Okay.
You got it.
I got it.
Oh, good. Actually, wait, hold on 1 sec. Pause, please. Keep doing that.
Right here.
Anyway. By the way, I'm not using my normal camera thing. Can you tell?
No.
Okay, good. Because the camera goes in and out of focus all the time. Do you ever notice that when you're on the Zoom with me?
I never noticed anything. I literally I'm so focused on the conversation. I never know.
Oh, that's
Is it
cute.
one of those
it's this thing. It's this Razer Keo. It's that little guy that.
Ooh.
I mean,
I don't
really recommend it because I guess it's sharper and crisper, but it goes in and out of focus. Literally, if you move, it goes the whole time.
I thought you were talking about one of those. People have those kind of cameras that follow you. I thought you were talking one of those kind of if you do this, a big movement,
I've seen that
goes out to capture your arms and stuff. It's soup's weird, but I like it.
No. This is just, I don't know. This was $30. So no.
There you go.
Amazon.
Exactly. That's where I get all my stuff, baby. That's where I get it all, baby.
Well, the problem is it's so fast that now I can't get anything that's not 2 days.
Right.
That's the problem.
God.
Now when something's going to be a week, I'm like, what? Well, I may not want it then.
Right. Changed my mind. I got this is so off topic, but my mom, I bought her this huge blanket for Christmas one year, this past year, I think, because she just really loves her blankets and stuff like that. She loves to luxuriate. And so I found one on Amazon. I love a huge blanket. So it's a 90 by 90 blanket. recently I've fallen in love with her blanket. And so I bought one off of Amazon for myself. It's all black inside and outside, like the fur on the inside, but
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
It's amazing. I'm like literally waiting to like, oh shit, I should have put it in the dryer, but that's okay. It's all washed. I use my beads and everything, and it's amazing. I'm ready.
I love a good blanket. We're coming up on that season. Speaking of, I don't know why House of the Dragons and blankets go together, but they do.
They do, absolutely.
I don't know why they do. Okay. What would you give the finale episode out of 10?
Oh, I really, so like I posted about it. You know, I do memes like right after
they were
episode.
Great.
Thank you. I posted them and people were having like discourse in like the comment section about it.
I did not see, but I'm sure they were.
Yeah. Oh, you know, everything is ridiculous. But I love how like I loved it because I thought it like set up season 2 perfectly. Me and Kaya, you know, we recorded recently and we talked about our expectations for the finale. And like I mentioned a couple things, I'm like, it has to set up season 2 perfectly. I'm like, I want at least one dragon fight because we haven't seen really much of the dragons and like all like just random stuff I wanted to see. And they kind of nailed it. They kind of nailed everything I wanted to see. And I wasn't expecting. I was just like naming shit. Just like so, I'm like, we're not getting big dragon fights until like season 4 when it's like the dance of the dragons is finally here and like all this kind of stuff. But we got it all. And what a dragon fight it was.
I love that. Was great graphics. God.
Everything when they like showed that really quick scene of how big the dragon was compared to his little
chills.
I was like, okay, he's
dead.
Fucked. Yeah, sorry, dude.
He's 100% dead.
You're out of here. Sorry about it. But I love it. I say.
So what are you rating it?
I would give it. I'm gonna give it a solid. I'm gonna say 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's high.
That's high. I'm giving it a solid. I loved it. I loved how because I feel like it was almost a 2-part finale. Like 9 was Allison's part, and then 10 was Rhaenyra's part, and so it felt like an Avengers Infinity War Endgame type situation. So you know I love a good Marvel story. So I was here for it. I like the way they did it. They broke it up perfectly. And
what would you have given? What would you have given Alice? What would you have given? Like, let's call it finale A and finale B. Finale B, you give an 8.5. What would you have given finale A? I
really liked finale A too because
I loved finale A.
I know the only thing I had a grievance with, well, not even wasn't really a grievance because it ended perfectly because we didn't know what Rhaenys was going to do, but then she went and we kind of continued her story, which was great. So I probably would have had a problem with it if that's where the season ended.
Yes.
But since we saw where she went to, I'm like, okay.
That would have been a horrible way to end the season.
Yes.
Horrible. Not enough of a cliffhanger. No.
I'm like, no, we need a little, we need to see what Rhaenys is doing. Exactly. And so I rate them both. I think both are pretty high for me. I'll do 8.5 for both. Yeah, solid 8.5 for me on the finales.
I would give finale A an 8.5. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 9 is because we didn't even talk about it last time, but the foot fetish thing was completely out of nowhere, and it kind of cheapens Allison's role.
Yeah,
because she's the queen.
Weird.
She doesn't need to pay anybody shit.
Right, just kill him and go on about your business.
She's the queen.
Right.
She doesn't owe him anything.
It's so weird.
That was a bizarre, like, why did Sarah Hess need to write that in? I'm like,
right. Because there's so many parts where I'm like, she's like becoming Cersei, but then it's clear like in some instances, like, oh, she's not a Cersei. And so I'm really like, she might develop to be that, but right now it's
not
like,
now. Not now.
I don't know, sis. I don't know.
Yeah. So for me, finale B, brace yourself.
Oh, okay.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Explain why. I'm curious.
I was like, I can't wait to talk about this with Kendrick. Okay.
I'm ready. Okay.
I actively, while I was watching it, was like, who the fuck directed this? I bet it wasn't Claire Kilner. I bet it wasn't my queen.
Uh-oh.
And it wasn't. It was some great guy. I don't like him. I'm mad at him. Because I was like, it felt clunky and it felt cheesy, and I was like, this show has not felt this way to me at all up until now. How, like, okay, so pluses. Damon calling her my queen, kneeling and bowing to her and saying my queen. I was like, chills. I have chills. But prior to that birth scene, I'm like, okay, you guys, it really didn't need to be this intense. Like I get what we're going for.
Right.
But we didn't need it like this. What is with you guys in these birth scenes?
It's been like what, 3 or 4 now this season where it's like, holy shit, like what are we doing? Like, Jesus,
when she
women have it terrible.
When she said the baby's coming, I went, oh no, not another one. I can't. I out loud I said that. I went, I can't, I really can't. And then I knew what was about to happen, and I was watching with my fingers like kind of covering, like, what is it? Oh God, I knew it's gonna happen. So there was that, and then I was traumatized, so it was hard for me to switch into the gears of like, oh, okay, she's the queen now. We're happy. So that was a tough jolt, like, to come back from. But then the choke. Now here's
people had strong feelings about the choke,
but here's why. Because okay, fine, take it there. Why the fuck did he just walk out?
Right.
I could tell that's where they were going with it, because the directing to me was very obvious. There was it wasn't like unique. I was like, this could have been like a Lifetime movie. Like, I was like, okay, so now she stands there. He's obviously going to walk out of frame. And I was like, don't walk out. Don't walk out. Oh, he's walking out. What's it? So the answer for that, they said, was, well, he's a violent guy. I'm like, yeah, we know. But I thought he had a lot of respect for her.
Right.
I thought that like that was a through line, that like, even though, yeah, he was manipulating and all that kind of stuff, but he like really had respect for her. So yeah, maybe he would lose it and show that he could still be violent with her. But then at least I would hope that he would like understand where her stance was, so that and I get it, they're going to talk about it more in season 2. I get it. Like, we'll figure. But I just felt like, as an audience, I was like, hold up, you're just going to let him walk out of there and we're not going to understand what happened here? And she's just going to go about her business?
I saw someone explain it. They talked about, what did they say? It was something to the effect of Rhaenyra was trying so hard to be Viserys, basically, because he's the one that taught her how to rule and stuff. And, you know, Daemon is so opposed to most people are so opposed to the way that Viserys ruled. Like, I've come on here and I've talked about how he ruled a lot too. So they got, you know, it's way too kind of, I want to please everybody and their mama. Like, I really want to please everybody. But he almost kind of like was showing her that crap means nothing. You need force and power. Yeah. I don't know, something behind your rule.
I got it.
It makes sense in that regard.
I got it.
Yeah.
I could fill in the blanks, but fill him in.
Right.
Give me because he's such a good actor. I'm like, let him finish it.
Right.
Let him round it out. Go ahead. So that was a weird director, writer choice, storytelling choice. And then they just drop it. I'm like, did you not have time? Did you cut it for time? Make the episode longer?
Right. Because they don't have a problem with long ass episodes. So
I was very upset about that. I did not appreciate it. Okay. I was very upset. And I like that she said, I'm not going to rule over a bunch of ash and bones. I'm like, good point. What are you going to rule over? You're just going to torch everything with all your dragons? It's like, and now I'm the queen of nothing. Everything is dead. That's cool.
Literally Daenerys. Yep.
Yeah. Right. So, okay, there we go. And then when she goes, it was like, cool. Cause she's like, he never told you. And I was like, ooh, she's going to say some other shit. And then they're just like, bye. I'm like, oh, this is their episode. Yeah. Give me the character development. I would think that was so cool.
Yeah.
So
because this is really their time to develop them, like with no one else in focus. They could have really, I get that.
And we haven't got enough of them as a married couple. We've gotten like nothing of them. So I was very mad about that.
The birth was a lot. The birth was
it went on.
I didn't realize until like, I guess I was sitting with the episode a little later. I didn't realize that, you know, she was sent into, labor. I thought she was just like, it was time, because first I didn't know she was pregnant at first until like at some point she like grabbed her stomach. I'm like, oh, okay, the international sign that someone's pregnant. Okay, and so I'm like, okay, she's pregnant, and so I just thought that it was her time. Like I'm like, damn, this is inconvenient. She's going into labor. I didn't realize that Renice telling her about her father sent her into labor. I'm like, oh shit, like this is an early pregnancy. I thought it was just like a still. I didn't know what was going on. So it was a lot. Did we know she was pregnant before this episode?
Well, she had been holding her stomach when she went to
King's Landing or whatever.
Yeah, she was holding her, but they weren't making it up that she was very early term. So I was equally like, she is, right? Because she would hold it, but it was still so small, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's pregnant,
right? And
they may have said it in like their fancy language, like, oh, right, she's with child, but I'm like, I think that they said she's pregnant. I'm not
right.
who's that guy that you posted that now I'm obsessed with, who did the what's his name, Bobby?
Bowmanizer.
Yeah, oh my god, he did it perfectly, where it's like Allison being told by Otto what to do, but it's so confusing and convoluted that it's like, I think I understood what you said, and then she ends up killing him. She's like, was that not what I was supposed to do?
Right.
That's how I feel watching it. I'm like, I think I understand what the task at hand is.
It's like, let me wait to the next scene. I'll get it. It'll click.
Wherever they go next, I'm like, okay, that's where they were gonna go. Got it.
Right. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect. Got it.
I do like that Rhaenyra is showing that she is more like Viserys than we thought, because she's been a little like naughty, lying, and she did have her husband killed, even though he didn't, even though he's going to be coming back, I'm sure, because he didn't die.
Ooh, that'll be. I wonder a lot about that. I'm wondering, like,
I do too,
if it'll be a last season kind of surprise, and like if it is, why did he need to come back? Like, it has to be some kind of like cataclysmic event that like actually brings someone back from the dead. So
because I prefer him just like living it up in Ibiza, like, yeah,
right.
He's like, I'm never going back there. What the hell do I need to go back there for? It's so annoying.
Exactly.
That's how I prefer him to be. Don't ever come back. It's drama. Like, forget it. Okay, another thing that I should have mentioned this before, the wigs that they have on these princes, they don't need to be wearing the wigs, like, because I get that they're trying to show like the through line that like the little kid princes are the same guy, like
Rhaenyra's sons?
Rhaenyra's sons, yeah.
Oh, okay, because I have a problem with Rhaenys's grandkids, like those
I got a problem. Like, the wigs are problems across the board, I think. Like, all of the wigs, actually, I have a problem with all of the wigs.
The only one I'm okay with is honestly Emma Rhaenyra, because when I see her out of it, I'm like, oh, you're the same. Oh, okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, hers is fine. The rest, I really need. When I first had a problem watching, because I was like, are we going to pretend like this king's wig isn't like a cute half up, half down,
right?
Like girl look? Like, what I'm just
it's like lounging around the house, about to watch a little true crime, like, got a marred,
Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So so the wigs, I get it. We can figure out that they're the same people. Like, we can figure out that like those are her sons. We don't need them to have the same hair that they had when they were little kids.
And I mean, honestly, y'all are killing people off so fast. It's not like we need to learn their names for too long anyway. So don't need to really invest in the wigs that much, I guess. If you're gonna
whose hair is the same when they're like 10 years old to when they're old. Like, we get it. We could figure it out. And they look ridiculous in these wigs. So take them out of the damn wigs.
I love that. This is embarrassing to admit, but I don't know how old he is. So
excited when a story starts this way.
I know. I don't know how old he is in real life. I don't know I haven't looked. I probably should have looked before I made this statement. But
I have to put our fur on both things. I can't keep it on one sleeve.
Oh, that's why it's like slipping every time I look. I'm
slipping. Like, we tried.
I'll bring it back, and then after a while, this is gonna get way too hot, and we're gonna.
And then we'll just take it up.
Yeah. The guy that plays Aemond, I'm not gonna lie.
You're feeling it?
A little bit. Yeah.
I get it. Me too.
Yeah. And
you want to know why he has big dick energy?
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about, color me crazy, but something about that choice of like putting the sapphire in the eye.
And that worked for me too.
I'm here for it.
We have the same taste.
We do.
This is fun. This is fun because now whenever I'm into someone, I'll just send it to you. Like, we like him. I'll just assume it. Yeah. That's good to know. That's good to know. Because when you're on the look and you send it to me, same thing. Just...
The only thing I hate is that he always, like every episode, his mouth is like,
he's very posy.
Yes.
He's made very, very distinct choices, very distinct character choices.
One of my favorite memes that, you know what? It's funny you say that. He's like, did you see Viola Davis playing Michelle Obama in that?
I've only seen clips. Why is it embarrassing?
Viola Davis is like the greatest actress like ever. That was a big misstep. It was like, I didn't watch the show, but like, she did this thing with her mouth the entire time. And like both of them like have made this choice to like, you know what? I gotta commit to the mouth. I gotta commit to the mouth, and they both committed to the mouth. So hey, nothing wrong with
it is so funny you say that, because when I was still acting, there were like things that I would pick to do that would like put you in character, like a walk maybe. And so it's funny that that's clearly like a thing I will do this when I'm in character.
Yes. My favorite meme that I get so mad when like I see someone make a meme that like genuinely puts me on the floor, because I'm like, damn it, why didn't I think of that first? And one of the ones was they had him, like the guy, they were like aiming every episode, and it was Zoolander. You know how he,
oh my God,
with an eye patch on. I was like,
he even has the kind of bone structure.
He does. I was like, you know what? I'm not even mad at the mouth anymore. Like, I'm okay with it.
Well, speaking of like that scene where the younger son goes to Winterfell, right? Well, by the way, how fun was it when they were like Baratheon and Stark and Winterfell? And you're like,
I know.
We know them.
We know Leonardo Point. We know them. We know them.
Yep. Also, okay, another cheesy direction when she's like, swear on the eyes of the seven. And they're like, okay. And they put their hand on a little book. I'm like,
yeah.
The fuck was this?
Right. At least Damon like brought in the dragon to like scare people about it. Like that was a good choice.
She's like, you swear on this right now. And it's just like the shot of this little, and they don't even really zoom in on it. It's just like a book comes out of nowhere. And it's like, this guy's like, here you go.
Right.
And they're like, okay. And they just put their hands on this thing that they didn't like, I've never even seen this before. But when he goes to the guy to be like, hey, you swore an oath to my mom. And then Amon's there and he's all mad. I just thought like this is when I was like, who directed this?
Yeah.
Because it didn't have the same impact that most of these episodes have. However, then right after that, the fucking dragon fight happens. And I was on the edge of my seat. So I will
that was one of the most, yeah, that was one
I wish we had more of those.
Right.
They were amazing.
Like across Game of Thrones. Like I could like think in my mind like top 10, that's got to be one of them, because that was a lot.
Beautiful. It was so well done.
I knew. It's so funny because when me and Kaya recorded, I was like, and someone's got to die. I said, Game of Thrones started getting really easy about killing characters. I like we got to have like kind of a big death in this finale. And we were like, you know what? It's got to be one of the kids. It's got to be one of the kids. And we've got to like, it's got to like trigger something. And that's exactly what happened, because even though like we guessed it, it was so shocking to actually see how
the way it was
done.
Like,
good God, like how both of y'all, like neither one of you can control these dragons. Luke never should have been sent there, first of all, because I know that was the shorter trip, but like you sent him so ill prepared to go here and like bargain for like this huge thing. It's like, really?
With nothing. He can't marry the daughters. Like he's like, no, I'm coming here just to ask nicely.
Right. That's it.
And bye. And Eamon's there.
I will say though, that scene was kind of cheesy, but I did not even like guess that Aemon would be. I for some reason it never even clicked to me that anyone from the opposition would be there. I thought it was just gonna be like him there embarrassing himself, like, what, you can't offer me anything. It's like, no, she just sent me here, sir. I don't know. What am I doing?
Was Eamon just there coincidentally?
I don't know. I feel like they said that he came there to like offer being betrothed to one of the, so I'm guessing that he just so happened to be there when he showed up, maybe. But
what a bummer. It's like bumping into someone in the grocery store. You're like, oh shit, you're here too,
right?
This is awkward. You have to eat.
Oh
man. Hey,
all right, how you kids? Don't care, but okay.
yeah, right. So yeah, I give it a 6. Damn it.
Ooh,
I stand by it.
There you go.
Stand by it.
Stand in your truth. I enjoy, you know what, but I just feel like I don't know. I like everything, like the people so much that maybe I just
get it.
Graded it. I don't know. I was just so happy to like, you know, I feel like it was a good choice to like do almost the way like finale A and B.
I agree.
Like it makes you miss both sides almost.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I'm like,
and it makes you, like, and the anticipation of seeing them all together again is so intense. Now I'm like, I can't wait to see them all interact again
in 2024.
When you said 2024 in your caption, I said, watch your mouth.
I already, because who knows when Euphoria is coming back? Euphoria is probably coming back in 2024 too.
I agree. I feel like they just haven't even talked about it. They're like, no one asked.
Right. And no one like, because I remember like right when it's Euphoria finale, the director came back. He was like, "Oh, this isn't coming back next year."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, start writing. Why haven't you been thinking about this? Like, what are you doing? She's like, no, it'll be a while. Like, god damn it.
I can't remember what her name is on TikTok, but she does like Succession and Euphoria, like reenactments and stuff. And they did a mock of like what the writer's room was like for Euphoria, and how it was just like a hodgepodge of fuck ups, because we were left with so many unanswered questions. And then they were like, we'll be back sometime. And we were like,
right.
We have been incredibly invested, you guys. Like, we have been emotionally traumatized by this show.
And then it's crazy. They're going to do a time jump for season 3. And so it's like, well, no shit, you're gonna do a time jump. If you keep trying to like sell these 30-year-old people as high schoolers, no one's gonna believe this shit. You have no choice but to do a fucking time jump now. What are you gonna do? You can't keep. Zendaya is like on the cusp of probably getting engaged one day soon by Tom Holland.
Right?
You can't just keep pretending that she's in high school.
Because what year were they were they seniors that last year? Or juniors?
I don't even think they were seniors. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, you have to do a time jump. Get them out.
Yeah, you got to get them out of there. You got
long gone. They graduated. They have jobs, and very interesting characters to take outside of high school. Like, you could absolutely. I'm very curious to see where they are now. I want to see where Maddie's at now.
Right.
I want to see what they're all doing.
How big of a time jump do you think they're gonna do? Just like right after high school? Or...
I hope they go like 5 years.
That would be good.
I want like I don't want right after high school, because that's weird. That's like college. I don't want to see them in college.
Right.
I don't want to see anyone in college, actually.
You know what? That I feel like the thing that I'm gonna hate most, and I feel like they're gonna do it. They're gonna do that thing with like, what they did to the Sons on Game of Thrones. They're gonna like do this thing where they're gonna change everyone's hair, and so it makes you know, like, oh, okay, guys. She has a bob now. That means we've jumped ahead.
Someone's gonna get a bob.
And I feel like it's gonna be Zendaya.
Cassie is gonna get some sort of like conservative-y type haircut.
Yes, someone's gonna have like the Kate Gosselin, like the Aaliyah swoop, and it's go. No, stop it. We'll recognize them. I promise you. Just tell us there's a time jump.
Okay, where do we think Maddie's gonna have been? Maddie's gonna be I want Maddie to be fierce.
I know.
Maddie, I don't want them to take her dark. I don't want them to go down like a dark path with her. I want her to be like fucking that bitch.
I wonder if she could be like I feel like it's so like a 2000 show. She'll probably be like this big influencer.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I feel like Maddie would be like the perfect.
Yes. Yes. Big
time influencer, flying all over, doing like the movie premieres and stuff. They're like, wait, who are you again? Like, oh, I'm Maddie. You know, I got 80 million followers on TikTok.
They're like, for what? She's like, literally nothing.
Right. Just, living.
Existing.
Being a bad bitch.
Perfect. Oh my God. Rue.
Oh. Poor Rue.
Rue had that. Remember what's her face? She escaped from what's her face's house.
Oh yeah.
and owes her money.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't tie that up, that's going to be pretty unrealistic.
Right. And I wonder where, like, will she be sober? Will she be more strung out than ever? Like, what's going to happen with that? Oh,
that's a dark road.
I know. And that's a dark show. Like it has like really happy elements, like, or really light elements, because it's like directed. Well, not. I was about to say directed towards kids. No, the fuck it isn't. Yep. That is like the most adult show.
You just get your kids and sit around and watch Euphoria.
Right.
Just family viewing time.
That's why it's so funny when like the critics are like, this show glorifies doing drugs. It's like, no, the hell I've never watched this show and then like, to do drugs.
I want to do. Oh no. In fact, it makes me so happy I don't really do drugs anymore. Well, exactly. I do weed. I do the pot, but that's
you do
about
the pot.
It.
There you go.
But I definitely like when I watch how like strung out they look. I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick to my stomach.
Oh. Can't do it. No,
can't do it. Mm-mm. Nate, what happened with Nate? Did he murder someone?
What did happen with Nate?
Like someone murdered someone, right?
What the hell happened in the finale? I know. Okay, the last 2 episodes were her play. I think Maddie found out that they slept. Yes, the best. Found out that they slept together. Him and Cassie. What happened to? Oh, Nate turned in his dad. That's what happened.
That's what
his
it was.
Dad went to jail. Oh my God, I love Cal so much. Cal is the worst character on TV, but like I'm like in love with the actor. So like,
God. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That voice.
Right.
That voice.
Going to jail is probably going to be like a happy time.
He's gonna love it.
He's gonna love it in jail.
He's gonna love it. It's gonna be like in Arrested Development when the dad goes to jail and they're like, Dad, you're doing time. He's like, I'm doing the time of my life.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Cal. Yes. He's like living it up.
Living it up.
Yeah, okay. So there's lots of directions they could go whenever we get Euphoria. They're not even filming it, are they?
No, not that I've seen.
Did you watch Severance?
Not okay. So I had to wait till like the hype died down a little bit. I had to make sure like I forgot about it before I started because I felt like people were like, "You got to watch Severance. You got to watch Severance." I was like, "Oh, this is too much pressure. I don't want to. I don't want to do it right now." And so I'm maybe I'll start it this week. I
just finished it. Like I was the same way.
Worth the hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those shows where you have to just accept that you're going to be not completely, but you're going to be like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay.
What? Huh? Until like episode 8.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh. So I'm probably going to watch it again because it's something like once you finally get like the pieces put together. And it's a great cliffhanger.
It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So that when you go back to watch, you'll be like, that was that. Oh, okay. Because you're meant to be confused. That's like how it's designed. But it's so unique. And as you who is such a fan of cinema, you will love it. It's something you've never seen before. I can tell it's based on a book, and I can tell them this is so a book. This is like
right. You can
always so imaginative, and it's so like this is it's like it's too creative to have just thought of this as like a screenplay only. Only like someone writing this could have thought of it. It is great, well acted, fantastic. Lots of things to think about.
Horror or thriller? Like what is it?
No, the genre. What genre would I put it in? It would be
drama, dramedy maybe, or
no, because it's so abstract. It is existential, maybe. Yeah, it's very existential is the category I would put it in, along with
one of those Netflix words, like, do you know Netflix when they're
yes,
like,
they put those
the TV
weird
on?
descriptors.
I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What is this? What am I watching?
I would love to see what they would categorize it as.
Right.
But it's an Apple TV, which is why I didn't watch it, because I was like, Apple TV, I've gotten Apple TV a few times and then looked through and been like, there's not enough on here that I enjoy.
Yeah, they finally built up their catalog enough to where like you can warrant keeping it now, because now it's like a new movie and a new show every week. So I'm like, there's a lot of good stuff. Like, I love what's that show? Rose Byrne. She has a show on there where she's like she deals with like disordered eating, but like she's a fitness instructor. And God, I
bet I would like that one. Is that the one who's in Bridesmaids?
Yes.
I love her. She's great.
Love her. That's a really good show.
Good to know, because I will look that up, because now that I have Apple TV, I can't. I'm like, what else should I watch on here?
Oh, you're a true crime person. Watch Blackbird. I think it's only 6 episodes. I watched it I loved it. It's Taron Egerton.
Okay.
You know, he was one that played Elton John in the
yes.
Love him, Eggsy, and I forgot those names of those movies, but he's great. And so he's like on this show. I forgot the guy's real name. You'll know the case though, but it's the guy who was like an informant in jail, and his goal was
I'm in.
Yes, he had to get the other guy to talk and get him to like tell him where he like buried all these young girls' bodies. And it was yes. And it's only like 6 episodes. So like pick like this weekend, crank through it.
Done.
I'll send you the name of Blackbird, I think it is.
Okay, well then you need to watch Severance so that we can share notes, because Severance is one of those that when you're done with it, you have to talk about it, because it really blows your mind. And you you spend so much of it confused. And when you finally go, oh, you're like, oh wait, it's like you just keep kind of like peeling layers back from your memory. Like I said, I'm probably gonna like have it on in the background again when I'm working, because I'm gonna be able to go like, oh wait, that was that, because I'll tell you right now, it's good. It's so good. So worth the hype. But I was the same way. I was like, I'm not gonna watch it while everyone's telling me to watch it, because I am the exact same way, where I don't always like what everyone likes. And so I hate when I watch something and people was that your dog that just came through?
Yes. Just like
I saw
my illusion.
Kendrick has
move my camera.
Kendrick has like a backdrop, and I just saw the little backdrop move slightly, and I'm like, there she is. Yep. She's like, Dad.
Going out. I know.
On that note, guys, we have really given you this will be the bonus episode. That's what I did last week. I was surprised we got really good listens when I released the bonus.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, wait. But as you will appreciate this, because you are a content creator yourself. So that was my first time doing like I'll do this as a bonus episode. So I didn't have like the SOP of what I was going to do. So now I do, but I didn't. So it was a trial and error. So let me just tell you what I learned.
Okay.
The SOP was going to be through trial and error. And you will realize how long it took me to get this thing done. Okay. Get ready. So now the SOP for this is record the main episode, which is what we're doing right now. Record the main episode's YouTube intro. Record the bonus episode YouTube intro. Record the bonus episode podcast intro, podcast outro for both YouTube and there we go.
Okay.
None of this was done. So when I was going to edit, I was like, oh shit, I need the intro, I need the outro. So I had to go back and do all this. Save all the main episodes in a file. Okay. Edit all of them, save them as a standalone, edit and put them. It took hours to figure this out.
You know, my podcast is really section 2 because, you know, I do like, I start off with the intro,
you do.
And then I let the credits play, and then I come in with something and then throw it to the, and so I have to do that all the time. So like if I had you on, for an example, we'd record our Zoom, but then like when it comes Sunday, when I'm going to schedule the episode, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't do an intro. I didn't do this and that. So then I got to go back and record like, hey guys, I got a great guest for you today. We talk, and then we went up, and I got to do all of them.
You
like,
get it.
You got to get your SOP.
All those systems, you know, there's so many steps and things, the things we do.
I know. All for you guys.
All for you guys. Speaking of you guys, Kendrick, I have a lot more Super Queens signed up members. I know.
Yay.
I know. I'm actually really honored, guys. Thank you so much. I didn't think I'd even get like 10 in my first month of launching this, and I have 15.
Woo woo. We love that.
We love them. So Super Queens, time for your shout outs. I'm going to go through them kind of faster than usual just because I want to get through this episode, but Kendrick's going to help me per usual because he's the best. All right, here we go. Shelly.
Hey, Shelly.
Lissy.
Hey, Lissy.
Jess.
Hi, Jess. Mwah.
Taylor.
No,
Rita.
No Swift. Hey, Rita.
Parker.
Hey, Parker. Love that name.
I know. I do too. Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
We love this. Valeska.
Ooh, Valeska. I know that's right. I know that's
right.
Sarah. Oh, reliable. We love a reliable name. Okay.
Jasmine. Hey, girl.
Jasmine. You know what? People don't name their daughters Jasmine anymore.
Right.
I wonder why. That's so weird. I've always loved Jasmine. Love that. Hey, Jasmine.
We got Stephanie. Molly.
No Shannon. Okay.
Oh. Majid.
Ooh, hi, Majid.
I know. Abby. My UK queen.
Okay, UK. My Ekin Sue.
Grace.
Hey, Grace.
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
And Margot.
I love Margot. I love that name.
Me too.
So good. Okay.
Thank you, Super Queens. Love you. Mean
it.
Hey, love them. Hey, guys. Thank you, Kendrick. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. That was a fun little journey for House of the Dragon. Sorry it's over. It's going to be a long time till we get it again. I have, by the way, started, since Kendrick and I recorded that last night, I have started Blackbird on Apple Plus, and it is fantastic. I think I'm only on episode 2, but it's really good. Greg Kinnear, he's in it, and I love him, right? I really do. If you're watching on YouTube, you can tell that I have just gotten out of the shower. I have what looks to be Beverly Hills attire on, but I just didn't have, I'm just not glammed up yet. Okay. Okay, guys, that wraps us up, obviously, but don't forget to follow Kendrick on Instagram at Reality Comics 2 and listen to his amazing podcast everywhere you get your podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like this video. And I love you guys. Mean it. Bye.